If they're in the hospital, I invite Child Life, who does an extraordinary job of working with brothers and sisters. I encourage families to, if it's a child that has the capacity to make their own decisions, I encourage families to ask them what they want and to give them full permission if coming to the hospital feels too much, to not come and to have other opportunities to say goodbye, to share some special meaningful item or statement or writing with their brother or sister that's nearing end of life. So I do think, just as with adults, brothers and sisters are going to be very different around that. If they do choose to come to the hospital, I think it's incredibly important to prepare them for what they're going to see. One thing that we often see is that kids see beyond the tubes and the lines and the machines and really focus on their brother or sister in ways that I think adults struggle. I think they have often a way of just zooming in on the brother and sister that they love and letting all that other stuff, medical stuff, fade in the background. But I think it's important to prepare them either with pictures, certainly with explanation. I think if they are in the hospital, whether they stay or not, encouraging them to participate in memory making. Our Child Life people, who we really rely on for that, do books, they do handprints, they do footprints. They're now doing these heartbeat recordings, which are extraordinary. And maybe having the brother or sister pick the song that they put these heartbeat recordings to, making a special doll or stuffed animal that the heartbeat can become part of. That all of being engaged in that memory making is really important. Pictures, photos. And then if they don't want to leave, making sure, or if they feel that they can't be there, making sure that there's a responsible adult that can help remove them so that the mother and father can be present for their child that's nearing end of life and not have to be engaged in making sure that that other child is okay. It's all about preparation, right? And it's all about offering flexibility and based on whatever each individual needs and wants. I think it's also important to say it's okay if you can't be here. That there's no rules that say that being here, even if it's because you're scared, means you're a bad brother or sister. It means that you love your brother or sister too much to bear witness to this part of their life and hold on to those beautiful memories that you have, you know, that is what you're going to hold on to. So I think also offering permission and ways for kids to feel that if they don't want to be there, they're still loyal to their brother and sister and able to be present in whatever way they're able to be. I think whether it's in the hospital or at home, I think the more important message to me is that that kids need to be involved in any way that they can be involved, and if it's very important for the parent to have the child to die at home, or if the child themselves chooses to be in their own bed for the end of their life, that the siblings are offered permission to be there or not. And that we also find that, Janet and I used to talk about this a lot, sort of the resilience and what we would see in brothers and sisters. We can almost predict a family that comes back and goes, oh, you know, Johnny's older sister is now in nursing school or becoming a physical therapist or wants to be a doctor or wants to research the disease that their child had. So we do see an enormous amount of growth that can happen, post-traumatic growth. And we name that for families too, that even though this, of course you're worried so deeply about your child and how they're going to recover and cope with this, but that there's also this restorative piece of this, and it can promote enormous amounts of compassion in brothers and sisters, as well as paths for them to take in their lives as they grow up.